When it comes to Amsterdam, and specifically climate change, there are two challenges that the city faces. Whether it is the housing instability due to rising sea levels or just housing inclusion, or it's just the allocation of waste, Amsterdam has now made an intention to move towards more of a circular economy. What I'm choosing to cover in this video is more the implementation of Doughnut economics. So Doughnut economics is a really cool concept because really it's just visualized as a compass-looking dashboard in which the inner circle represents social foundation of people, of humanity, human needs, how we can meet, our food, our health, our political voice, some of these essential human needs that it comes with just being an actual citizen to a community. And then the outer circle covers the 9 planetary boundaries in which this is the life supporting variables to having an actual earth, like to having a clean earth. So, these are just simple things like having like climate stability, healthy oceans, like just these 9 planet focused plans, really. And so what it comes down to is you have an outer circle that represents the environment and an inner circle that represents human needs. And then in the middle of those circles is the sweet spot, is the green highlighted portion where, people, and it is believed from Kate Rasworth, who's the creator of Doughnut Economics, it is believed that people in this sweet spot in between the outer circle and inner circle are going to be able to thrive. And so one of the bigger arguments that Rasworth was trying to make in reference to Doughnut economics was how economies, and especially the major scale economies, the high income economies, they shouldn't move off the measurable of having a GDP, having a high GDP. GDP is not the product of success. What becomes the product of success is how well we are taking care of the environment while complementing the growth and success of our humanity, our society, right? And so really all Amsterdam has done has created this inner society where they're trying to implement, the circular economy, the Doughnut economics, and making more of an intention to be environmentally viable as a little city. So when it comes to, the downscaling for cities, the downscaling for Amsterdam, there's just a lot of inclusion needed, right? Whether it's, the high income of Amsterdam is almost castrating the lower income because it's just too unstable to find a house in the inside of Amsterdam, or even just going at it from the holistic standpoint of construction, right? Like they have made the mission for construction workers to validate permits for material costs. So not only are we using, the healthier timber for the foundations of all these new developments, but you're able to reuse and recycle some of the materials in those developments, 30, 40 years from now, because we made these intentions to use sustainably focused materials in the construction and development of, expanding Amsterdam. So when it comes to that standpoint, it's, you got your material passports, you're promoting repair and sustainable consumption, all these goals to get us in the sweet spot to ensure humanity thrives, that isn't overstepping our environmental limits, and that, we're not a product of just a successful GDP. We're a product of a successful world and earth. And the inner society in Amsterdam is, it's a great example of it. It really is. And now it's expanding into different cities and, alluding back to some of the climate changes and improving upon existing plans. It's really just, okay, this plan can be used now in higher income economies, maybe downscaling it, whatever we got to do, but just implementing it in places where it needs to be implemented.